Emo. So having digital learning clearly is a flex for us. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. These names are very interesting. Pinaso, Shekinah, and Maria. And Zuri, I think you mentioned that's your daughter. I'll see Zuri differently because it's a chatbot on our side. But then it's good to know that Zuri actually is a human being. That's a very, she is. That's a very fancy name. I would call my daughter Zuri actually, if you ask me. Yeah, thank you very much again for those remarks. It goes a long way to just, you want to clap for that? Let's clap for them again. What was the surname of Marcus? Do you remember? It was a funny name. Who can remember? Nyasukuta. It's not Acho. Acho is my name. Respect my name. My grandfather worked so hard for it. May his soul rest in peace. We are burying him on Friday anyway. Yeah, so Nyasukta was his surname for Marcus. Yeah. Maybe there's a Nyasukta in the room. I don't want to joke about the name. Nowadays, don't do that. So thank you very much again. Lovely stories of the experience of how it's changing, even how parents are dealing with children, and we can see lives are changing in terms of the experiences they get. I love the story about covering books. How many remember being punished because you didn't cover your book? Anyone? I wonder how it helped me in life. But maybe it helps. I don't know. Sorry? It helps. Neatness. I think it helped. If neatness is the outcome. Yeah, but it was a big deal. I guess you can't cover digital. I think you can only secure it with digitally. That's what you get for now. So thank you again for the stories. Allow me to invite the Chief Executive Officer for Loho Learning. I would like him to come and just give us a summary of what this platform is all about. And this is none other than Mr. James Onganga. Please let's clap for him as he comes on stage.
Thank you. So it's a class. I'm a tech person, so I have to do the typical required entrance to a speech to the guest of honor, the special guests that we have here, the hosts, partners, learners, teachers, and parents, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Now that's out of the way, we can get to business. So I have a representation. Hello? Yeah. I have a representation of what we are trying to move from. So this is a device that we are proposing learners to use from now moving forward. This is what they typically carry. These are only textbooks. So they also have other learning materials that are not here. So different reference books, exercise books, drawing books, etc., etc. So you can see the representation of how it looks like. In this platform, we already have 1,700 books in them. If I were to bring 1,700 books here, the platform would probably would not be able to balance them on top here. So I wanted to show you what we are trying to do with a physical representation. I have some few slides. My job here today is to show you what the digital learning platform is all about, what it encompasses, and finally there will be an activity or an homework for us. I don't know if that's great. By a show of hands. Asante. Okay. So we are trying to resolve four main things with this product. The first one is access. I've had a lot of people mention access. And access is not only how we access the product, but also the convenience, the personalized way that education needs to be consumed. Typically, education has not been disrupted over many years. You have several sectors moving very quickly, but education has sort of slowed down. We are still taught by one teacher in front who knows all, and you sit back and listen. And it's until a few years ago that we've now started making a deliberate change through CBC to ensure that there is that active learning. The second problem that we wish to resolve is affordability. Maisha imepanda. And whenever you watch the news, there is always elements of cost and how things are very expensive. So how can you make education more affordable? When education is affordable, we bring more people into education because education is equity. Thirdly, what we're trying to resolve is what we call inclusivity. How do we bring others that have been excluded over time into education? So special needs education, gender-based issues within education, and etc. The last one is data. I know most of us know and have had the face that data is gold mine, right? How do we extract data as we learn to improve on learning? So there is a big school of thought called learning engineering, understanding how our learners are learning, then using that data to improve on how they're learning. Can we arm our teachers with immediate data to help them improve on how they deliver learning? So I want to break down those things. I wanted to mention that so that in case you forget everything and remember markers, remember at least those 4 things. Go with those at home, okay? Affordability, inclusivity, what else? What else? Data. There's one more. Access, okay? So we've broken them down per our stakeholders. Our first stakeholder is the student. So for that, we aim to give them a personalized experience that is adaptable, trackable, and we can collaborate with them as they learn. Second one, our second stakeholder is the teacher. So all our solutions are teacher-centered, which is very important. We aim to work with the teacher, not include the teacher. So for the teacher, we want them to have more access to teaching resources. By having those access, they also get tools that they need to teach. Of course, this has to be affordable, and they need to have a library of content, which is very important. Our final stakeholder is the parent. So I was very excited with Mama Zuri here. She's really involved in her daughter's learning, even while she travels. And we want, first of all, to give parents insights of how the learners are improving. Moving around into schools, I've had parents complain that CBC has robbed that competition element, right? So you don't know when a teacher communicates that a learner is meeting expectation, what does that mean? So we've sort of developed a way to provide those insights for you as a parent, for you to see, is my learner really meeting those learning objectives? We also have co-curricular activities. So sometimes, like myself, I want to kick back and relax. I don't want my daughter or son watching YouTube and things like that. I give them Loho Learning. There is a particular book that my daughter loves. It's called Hair is Here. I had to make sure you see it, so you'll see it next. And finally, the support. So the parent is able to support learners. And most importantly, also that affordability. Reducing the cost of these books. Moving around the country, the cheapest book list that I saw was in a school in Bita. Bita is in Homa Bay County. How many of us know Homa Bay County? So in Homa Bay County, there is a town called Bita. Bita is where Tom Boyer came from. That school, the book list was about 4,850. The most expensive book list I've had, I think is in a school in Nairobi, Makini, is about 35,000. The same resources, not the same, multiple, more resources, you access them for 13,000. So you get a device, and then you get content for 1 year for 2,000. So it's a lot of cost saving. This device can work for over 5 years, meaning every year you just buy data and you buy the content. So we hope that this is going to save parents a lot. I want to bring together everything that we've learned. I know it's hot, so we are beginning to lose. We are beginning to lose what we're learning. So, what is digital learning platform? We have the element of devices, Right now we have 2 devices that are back there at the booth. Please have some time and look at them. We have content. We have over 1,700 titles already digitized. These are interactive titles aligned with the KICD, the approved curriculum. We have data. So you can get data with this proposition for you to ensure you're able to access this. There is insurance for schools and also for parents in case of damage or theft and things like that. Terms and conditions approved. We have partners. So for us to deliver the right experience that we intend to, we need to ensure that all our partners are here. And I know there's a representation of Kenya Publishers Association here. So we have multiple partners that providing us with digital textbooks here. Finally, we have an MDM. An MDM is a mobile device management. This guarantees that your child is protected while they are online or offline, for that matter. So we guarantee your safety. So it's called child protection and safeguarding policies are implemented with the MDM. This wholesome proposition is what we are calling the digital learning platform. Up to that point, is there any question? I won't be taking questions now. So I want to welcome you to watch a video of how that platform looks like. Within the video, I want you to pick out several things. The first one, what do we mean an interactive ebook? What's that? What's an interactive? Is it a PDF? Is it a Word document? The second thing I want you to see is auto-marked assessments. How does that work? How does that feature work? The other thing that I want you to pick out is the different types of interactive content that we have onto that platform. Finally, I will show you animated content that I had mentioned that was the favorite book for my daughter. So that's a cue for the video. So that's when you log in. Then you get the different types of content, simulations, videos, games. Here is our favorite title, not only for my daughter, but as well as most of the learners from PP1, PP2, all the way to grade 1. We've animated it. Can we have the audio? Okay. Please play.
Written by Dorothy Bracey and Peter Theater. Longhorn Reading Scheme, Book 1. Published by Longhorn Publishers, Expanding Minds. This is Hair.
So that's animated content. This is a textbook. This is Agriculture Grade 5.
Guys, too much rain leads to flood, and this flood water washes away the topsoil.
A YouTube
this
video
looks
onto that
so
textbook.
harmful. Sometimes wind leads to erosion by picking up and carrying loose particles away and breaking off more particles. Also, glaciers erode the soil by slowly carving out valleys and shaping the mountains.
So every digital textbook has a digital corner where they get those resources. We also have educational videos.
Today we are learning how to knit using the knit stitch. For us to be able to do a successful knitting procedure, we must have various materials and tools. We need the knitting wool, that is luminous pink, blue, light brown. Now you can choose to have a different variety of colors needle, or what we also call a tapestry needle. We also need a sharp pair of scissors to cut your thread when you're working. And we need, of course, the most important, our knitting needles.
Okay. We also have simulations. So simulations is one of the things that we're really interested in because schools don't have access to labs. So we build simulations to allow schools to do more experiments. So that's an assessment that is auto-marked. So simulations help us improve on STEM learning. And we have a program more focused on the ladies to kind of see how girls can do more around STEM. This is our atlas. Atlas are typically out of date. Immediately they're printed. So by having a digital atlas, it gives us an opportunity to give a more updated encyclopedia. So this is the Nairobi leadership. Most of us don't know deputy governors. I've come to realize. So you try and grab our atlas and you'll be able to see that. This is a scientific simulation, the STEM simulation for junior secondary school. And this particular example, we are trying to build a circuit. And those are the elements that you need to build one in a safe environment. I dropped off of chemistry actually in Form 2 because I had difficult problem conceptualizing, is it molarity and titration and things like that. We've been able to build out those experiments here. So hopefully we'll have more people understanding these things much better. So that's a switch that has been added with a wire. There are various other things that they need. So there is a voltimeter, there is an ammeter. I don't know what that tests. Probably amperes. Yeah. So the learners are able to do this from their homes and do that assessment from home. Then you will see the Bible light. Immediately the switch is turned on. Yeah. So they're able to do that as part of the projects. And I think that's it for the demo. So these are some of the partners that you already have on board that are creating this amazing content. In the next few months, we'll be bringing on board more and more partners. We hope that by the time we close this academic year, you will have a true representation of your book list here, so that next year, all the parents just have to buy this to ensure that learning proceeds. Now, to the exam. We have a booth there. Each and every person who will walk to that booth and ask how this works will have an access for their family, free for this entire year. So please make sure you go there, try it out, and then give us your feedback. Asante.
When you're given free things and you clap like that, free things for your whole family, you and your 79 children, and you're still not clapping well. In this economy, imagine. Thank you, James. Thank you, Mr. James, for that. What did he say? Affordability, accessibility, data, inclusivity. Clap for yourselves. Well done. And that's what we need to bridge the gap, right? We need to make education accessible and affordable so that we bridge the education divide. We always talk about financial inclusion, we talk about digital inclusion, but we realize that a lot and majority of our learners in this country do not even have access to basic education, right? That joke that we said where one classroom is shared by two classes, it's true. There are people who are living that. There are people who are living, studying under a tree. We are in a tent and we are simmering as if we are in an oven baking, but there's someone this is their every day. This is what school means to them, under a tree. So thank you to all the partners that have come together to try and transform our education sector. It means a lot. And now, coming from Marcus and Stella and the money stolen, let's go back to Blooming Flowers Academy. They said they bloom people in passion areas. Let's give a round of applause to our students as they come with another skit.
Wanataka kutukariria shairi kuhusu manufaa ya kiteknolojia. Mchezo ulikuwa hapa mara ya kwanza, ulikuwa ni wa Kiingereza. Kwa hivyo tuko hapa kuarifu kwamba si Kiingereza tu, hata Blooming sisi ni Waswahili. na si Waswahili tu wa chovichochoro, hapana, Waswahili wazuri. Kwa hivyo kaeni, tulieni, tuwakarie shairi kuhusu manufaa ya kidijitali. Tuna hatua kubwa sana ambazo zimepigwa kwa njia chanya kuhusu mitambo ya kidijitali, na ni mitambo hiyo ndio imetuleta hapa siku ya leo. Kwa hivyo wanafunzi hawa wanataka kukaria shairi kuhusu manufaa ya kidijitali, kuonyesha namna mambo yamekuwa mazuri tokea enzi zile za kale hadi wa leo. Asanteni.
Kuburudika na kuelimika, na msipochunga akili tutawateka. Makinikeni. Tulishuhudia kaseti na disketi tangia, sasa wifi na USB sitawania. Mawasiliano yalikuwa kizungumkuti, sasa twatumia simu za tachi. Sama serikali ikiwa Nairobi kati, tukapitia mamlaka pacha na sasa kaunti. Teknolojia ikagura kane za jiwe, mitandao ikapendeza kwa kasi. Ukipigwa magharibi mashinani usiwe, Facebook, Instagram na TikTok zikaasi. Masomoni hatuhitaji kalamu tena, tunaandika kwenye simu kibao. Shukrani za dhati kwa Safaricom na Loho kwa kurahisisha masomo yetu. Shabash.
Please, let's clap for them once again. I've learned something. Facebook. Toki. You know, I've started behaving the same way my father used to behave. Then he wouldn't get some things and I'm like, what's wrong with you? So thank you. Marcus, where is Marcus? This is where he draws a line, yeah? I didn't see Marcus. Have you seen Marcus? He was there. Oh, it's the costume that makes him look different. I didn't notice him. Thanks. It's good to see that. Before you proceed, you know what they reminded me actually? I used to do poems. Don't laugh. I know I'm embarrassing myself right now. I used to do poems and I used to do French poems. And I did a French poem in high school all the way to KCC, national levels. Yes, this is where you clap for me. I failed because I skipped a whole paragraph, but with confidence. The judges never figured out it happened. Even my teacher never knew why I didn't pass. So allow me to acknowledge some very important people in the house as we proceed. That is the Machakos County CEC for Education, Dr. Consolata Mtisia. If you can just wave. Thank you for making time. Allow me to also acknowledge the CEO for TIA Data, Steve Carreccio Butler. Steve Carreccio Butler. Please just wave for us. Thank you very much. Also allow me to acknowledge from MasterCard Foundation, the Accelerator Program Manager, Miss Kambe Ngali. Yay. Sprix Japan, Mr. Hiroki Watanabe. Thank you very much. From the Kenya Private Schools Association, CEO. Thank you very much. The CEO of Angaza Elimu, Kiko Muo. Thank you very much. The CEO of from Story Moja Publishers. Are you there? Thank you very much. Mr. James from Climax Publishers. Not Joel, our Joel. Thank you very much. Kaitan Mbuya, the No, not Mr. I am sorry. Let me start again. My apologies. Charles Fan Kenya, this is Eva. Thank you very much. And then last but not least, we have Celestine Kinyua from Sense Hub. She's the hub manager. Are you there? Yeah, thank you very much. Yes.
Up are young people. Clap for yourselves.
You are discriminating.
No, I'm just
guys.
acknowledging that it's no longer you're the leaders of tomorrow, you're the leaders of now, and you're taking your space to transform our education, our systems, and to bring inclusivity and affordability to the masses. So clap for yourselves. I'm amazed. Thank you. Thank you for that good job. And so I would like to invite Pauline Kieleko, the tribe lead for digital services at Safaricom PLC. Karibu Pauline.
Please do clap for her.
Wow, this is amazing. So through our host, Francis Kiato, Director, Blooming Academy, our very able Chair, James Moria, and CEO of Center, Maxwell Wahome, CEO Loho, James Onganga, CEO Loho, my colleagues from Safaricom, Blooming Academy Fraternity, teachers and students, good afternoon. I'm very excited to be here this afternoon, and very excited to have gone through the experience that I've had this morning since we started. I normally get excited when I visit schools because it also reminds me of my very humble beginning. So when I was sitting in class today and the student was trying to show me how to even navigate through the tablet, I was very overwhelmed. And I want to say that embracing technology in our schools is one of the key focus as a country as we endeavor to deliver quality education. I was very happy to learn from the interactions that we had with the students this morning that actually this digital learning is helping to make learning fun. I think we interacted with some students and all they could say that it is fun, which made me feel so good. I have been part of this journey, and the focus was to deliver three things. One was the device, two was connectivity, and three was the content that you cannot do without in the digital learning. I was very excited when the parents spoke, Maria, and also our student who spoke here. And I was very excited that we actually meeting and transforming the lives of the students and also the lives of the parents and teachers as well. I want to thank all the partners who have made it this accessibility for this content, accessibility to the devices, accessibility to the connectivity, a big success. When Shekina was speaking this morning, the student representative, she talked about games in the learning. And that kept me thinking that gamification is a big thing that we actually need to give attention to so that we can make learning even more fun. So I here also to represent Fozia. I don't know whether she's been able to come. She was on her way. But allow me just to give her remarks, which she shared with me this morning was coming. Fozia is our Chief Consumer Business Unit for Safaricom, and I'll just go quickly and read through her remarks. So, Blooming Flowers Pridelands Academy Leadership, Longhorn Publishers PLC Leadership, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today as we announce the launch of digital learning a transformative digital education platform that marks a significant leap forward in our commitment to revolutionize the way quality of education is delivered and accessed in Kenya. First and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to celebrate our collaborative effort between Safaricom, Loho Learning, and Longhorn publishers to digitize the core education and KICD curriculum approved content and make it accessible to learners across the entire country. I also want to celebrate Blooming Flowers Pridelands Academy for their dedication and collaboration in bringing digital learning to life, and more so for their willingness to explore the potential of this platform to enhance teaching and learning experiences. It demonstrates our shared vision for innovation in education. At Safaricom, we recognize the pivotal role that education continues to play in shaping the future of our nation. We are driven by a purpose of transforming lives, and education is one of the greatest agents of this transformation. Through this new platform, we aim to bridge the digital divide and create opportunities for all learners, regardless of their background or circumstances. Our role, therefore, has always been to promote inclusive digital learning by leveraging our technology capabilities and working with like-minded partners to empower learners across the country. Today, we can all agree that technology has created another dimension in education by enhancing literacy skills through providing novel learning spaces that improve learning experiences for learners. This is the reason we are here witnessing an increase of mini apps that are customized for various learning needs. Ladies and gentlemen, this initiative is part of our large education strategy, which seeks to leverage technology to enhance teaching and learning experiences in both private and public schools across Kenya, and we are committed to ensure that this is delivered. I'm happy to reaffirm that digital learning has the full support of Safaricom's leadership. From the very beginning of the year, our executives have been deeply invested in this initiative, recognizing its potential to transform the education sector of our nation. This support extends beyond mere endorsement. It encompasses the commitment to provide the resources and expertise necessary to ensure the success of digital learning and its impact on the lives of Kenyan students. Over the years, Safaricom has been on the forefront of supporting the education sector through partnership, from providing internet connectivity to schools to offering digital learning solutions. For instance, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we partnered with UNESCO and Eneza Education through Shupafu 291 solution to implement a digital mentorship program for high school students interested in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Indeed, if there is anything that COVID-19 pandemic taught us, it is that we can leverage the power of digital technology to enhance the education. It was an opportunity for us to realize that learners can gain skills from wherever they are provided they have a device where content can be relayed through SMS, through web-based services. During that time, we picked lessons, and which we are implementing today, and that's helped us provide meaningful education solutions to our customers through our digital channels, including tablets, laptops, desktops, and mobile phones. Ladies and gentlemen, such kind of partnerships and our determination to deliver a seamless and immersive learning experience for students and educators alike is what has led us to digital learning innovation. And I believe digital learning is not just a platform, it's a solution that the potential to level the playing field and ensure that all students have access to resources. Like I was discussing with James this afternoon, we need to level that education opportunity for urban students and also the students that are in the marginal areas. It is actually very possible because the platform is equipped with the necessary technology and tools to make it equal for all the students. So in closing, my dear friends, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone who has been involved in bringing digital learning to be, and from the dedicated teams at Safaricom, at Loho Learning, to our esteemed partners and stakeholders, your unwavering commitment has made this possible. This is just the beginning of a journey that will see us redefine the way knowledge is imparted and acquired, empowering students to realize their full potential and chart their way on paths to success. Together, we will continue to explore new avenues for collaboration and through innovation, make quality education accessible to every Kenyan and create a brighter future for generations to come. Thank you very much. That's from Fozia Ali, our Chief Consumer Business Officer. Thank you so much for attending this forum.
Please, let's clap once again for her. Right, I'm always doing this thing. I have to explain to anyone who's not in Safaricom. Someone asked him, why do you guys have tribes? What is this thing keep hearing of tribes and tribes? Is like we're creating our own tribes as an organization. So think of it as a department. Will that help? Yeah. So when you hear tribe lead, it's not like a Luya tribe or something. It's Kikuyu tribe. So allow me to invite none other than Mr. Maxwell Wahome. He is the Chief Executive Officer at Longhorn Publishers. And may I request that you do us the honor of inviting Mr. James Moria after you finish, who happens to be the Chairman for the Digital Learning Platforms, TIACO, and also the CEO at Centum. Let's put our hands together for Maxwell, please.
Thank you very much. Our hosts, Blooming Gardens Academy, Blooming Flowers Academy, and all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First, I want to thank the founders and directors of this school for giving us an opportunity to co-create this solution with you. It's really a privilege, and we're really humbled by your gesture, and we'll continue working with you closely to further improve it. Now, I'll talk briefly about Longhorn Publishers. Having been in existence for close to 59 years, you've trusted us in providing educational content. Most of you have actually used our textbooks. Some of the books that you've seen here, like Here is Here, maybe by a show of hands, who read that book back in the days? Who read Here is Here? Yeah, I won't reveal your age, but many of you did read that book. Now, Longhorn's mission is to enrich lives through knowledge. And that is what we've been doing for the last 59 years, enriching lives with quality textbooks and education solutions. Now, with the rollout of the competency-based curriculum, CBC, it's become very important for us to innovate, get ways of ensuring that the learning outcomes targeted by CBC are attained. You cannot achieve the CBC learning outcomes without digital literacy. In fact, it's a key attribute of CBC: critical thinking, problem solving, digital literacy, citizenship, amongst others. So coming up with a segment, a business that only thinks digital was a key thing that we needed to achieve. And that's where Loho Learning came from. We said to have a business that only thinks digital, only thinks innovation, and how to enrich the lives of the millions of learners. And I'm happy that with this partnership, we've started the journey of enriching lives through knowledge. The first thing most people do when they wake up is to pick up a phone. Other than turning off that alarm, you start consuming content, whether it's on WhatsApp or your other social media handles. So you are part of this digital transformation. You consume digital content, immediately you wake up. Let us have our children, our learners consuming digital content immediately they get to school. Even when they're having breakfast, let them start consuming digital content. Digital is not an enemy. Digital is a huge enabler of growth and sustainability. When James was talking about the number of books, content that we have on that platform for now, and these will be growing over the next couple of months, 1,700 books is approximately 485 kilograms of books carried in that 1 kg device. So that is the amount of content that your child comes with to school is able to access on a day-to-day basis. Now, Longhorn, working with other partners, we are keen to ensure that there is no monopoly of educational content. We've opened up this platform to other publishers, and I'm glad a number of people have joined us, and I continue encouraging other publishers, other content creators. You now have a home where your educational content can get viewership, children can interact with it, and for you parents and teachers, you are now able to fully track your learners' progress and to know how exactly your kid is performing in school. I do see challenges when a child who's been working with a specific teacher and the teacher leaves the school, and you can see the frustration of having to explain to that new teacher, how do I learn best? What am I struggling with? That solution, we now have it. It's in the data that's contained in this platform. So thank you all for giving us this opportunity. We'll continue working with you, improving this solution, and I'm sure we will be able to achieve our objective as a country, attaining digital literacy and growing our economy. Thank you. Before I step down, I want to welcome our chief guests. He's been our biggest cheerleader, our driver. He is the CEO of Centum Investment Limited, the largest investment company in the region. Also the Chancellor of Machakos University. I welcome Dr. James Moria.
Thank you, Maxwell, for those kind remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Safaricom team, the Loho team, the Blooming Flowers team, all the partner publishers who are present, the learners present, Marcus's team, good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to be here today. In fact, today is one of my happiest days because I've been dreaming about this project. I am not a member of the board of Longhorn. We are just shareholders in Longhorn. My colleagues are on that board, Thomas and Fred. And I have been on this man's case called Maxwell as a shareholder. We need to move from physical books because we don't just exist as business to serve ourselves. We exist to serve our consumers, the learners, the parents, the teachers. What product can we offer that will give learners digital access, skills that they need to survive in this century, coding skills, life skills? Last year, I picked up the phone and called Peter and said, Peter, we need to do something together. We need to create a product because you have the technology, we have the content. Safaricom has been doing publishing for the last 59 years. I went to school consuming Longhorn's content. They are a trusted content provider. You are a trusted technological provider. We have an obligation to this society. The majority of the population of Kenya are young people. They are less than 18 years of age. We have an obligation to move this society forward. And so earlier in the year when they called back and said, let's get this project moving, I was excited. I appointed myself the chairman of the team. We have had exactly 8 meetings. We meet every week. And the 9th meeting was this one, to launch the project. And of those 8 meetings, only 2 are physical. 7 were digital. So I want to ask the team that has been involved in this project to please stand up. We acknowledge you. So that's a committed team that has been working. We've been meeting digitally. Some have not seen face to face. I'm seeing you today for the first time. Well done. You've done well, not just for your organizations, but your efforts will transform the lives of very many people. So well done. Congratulations and God bless you. I think a lot has been said about the product. in terms of the vision was what do we do to bring everything together? If you think about the publishing industry, Longhorn publishes their books, Story Moja publishes their books, everyone publishes their books. We spend a lot of money transporting books. We incur costs printing, bringing books here. So everybody is benefiting other than the learner. And the idea was to bring this together so that we can address the challenges and make life easier for all our stakeholders. The number one being the learner. And I was excited. In fact, the learner I sat next to is one who was showing me how to use that tablet. I was excited. They know how to use the tablet. The teacher, they don't have to spend time going to the blackboard, writing examples and coming up with examples. There's a teacher platform. It was meant to solve for the teacher. It was meant to solve for schools. So I'm grateful we are doing this launch not in a hotel, but in a school. And I'm happy the chairperson of this particular institution for embracing technology. It was meant to solve for other content providers because it's an expensive process to create a platform. And that's the reason why we had a subsidiary called Loho, which is a subsidiary of Longhorn. So that it's an open platform so that we can avail as much content as possible. It's also meant to broaden beyond just educational content. And I kept on pushing Maxwell and James, what else can we do around coding skills? And he tells me now you have partners right there. You've been introduced vicariously as their coding partners. They are life skills. I heard people being introduced life skills. They are just broad literacy skills. And so today is just the beginning of a long journey where today, yes, we have 1,700 pieces of material, but I expect by the end of the year, it should be a lot more. And with our success in Kenya, probably we'll be able to roll out to other parts of the world and give interactivity, provide data, also make it affordable. At 2,000 shillings, the question was, can we go to a subscription model so that you pay as you go? Perhaps as we progress, the cost will come down. There's a device at 11,000 shillings. I understand Safaricom is working on local assembly of these tablets. That cost is likely going to go down. It also comes with insurance. There's data. We want to reduce cost of access of learning. And so that's why I'm excited, and I want to congratulate all of you for the far we've come, and to urge all of you to join into this huge initiative, this huge bus. It's a platform for all of us to really transform that next generation of Kenyans who we need to be globally competitive and to have globally competitive skills. Once again, congratulations. I wish you God's blessings, and our team, the hard work begins today. We'll continue meeting until we ensure that as many learners as possible have access to this wonderful platform. We should not just leave it at blooming flowers. Let many schools across the country, even in marginal areas, I was discussing with Pauline, what can we do with foundations to give that child in Turkana, that child who cannot afford in the remotest part of this country, that child who is poor, what can we do to give them access to this knowledge? Because education is a great equalizer for all of us in society, and I believe we have an obligation to do better. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Let's clap once again. I think those are great remarks as we come towards the end of our session. Yeah, thank you also for Mr. Maxwell earlier on for your remarks. And I think it feels good to win. I think today for the working team, how does it feel? How does it feel? I can see the smiles, but during the Zoom calls and everything, you know how it goes. There's always someone, nothing from my end. After a whole hour, like, can you hear me? You know, it gets crazy and sometimes it's frustrating. So the journey is never pleasant. There's always someone who never shows up. Well, so I was in another call. There's always the one who's pulling the power move. I have another call. I need to drop off. Yeah, but standing here today, it feels good to win. So congratulations for the working team towards this day. Edna, what do we have next? I think he talked about changing that whole thing of rubbing blackboards. You remember in school?
Yes.
It used to be a mafia.
The bell ringer and the person to rub the blackboard, those two, they were the centers of power.
Yeah.
What right now we call hippo.
Yes.
The highest paid person of opinion. You just come into that meeting after you've said, sorry I'm late, guys. And then, so as I was saying, and then you give your opinion, and guys have been in that call for 45 minutes. Your direction is like this, theirs is like this, but since you're the hippo,
I only have 10 minutes, guys, if you can summarize. Yeah, thank you very much. I would like us to have some feedback session very quickly. If you could go to menti.com on your phones, that is, we are digital. For those looking at us.
Oh, it's as it comes up,
Yeah.
You see, James has made very big promises here about making it affordable. As a person, as Iman,
Yes.
how are you going to help bring education to the masses?
That's not on the script.
But all of us are committing. You know, you can't come to a meeting for, since what time? We were here at 7.
Yeah.
7 to 1, and you leave with no commitment.
Well noted.
You have not given your commitment, Iman.
I'll be held accountable. There is media, I've seen NTV in the room at some point. Yeah, you never know. But I have committed to this.
At least James offered that you go to the tent. I said that I will go to the tent and have free content for a year.
I can be slow sometimes. Sorry. Yeah.
James of Loho Learning promised that anyone who visits the tent and asks questions will have free content for the whole year. Whatever you do with that information is up to you.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. Okay.
All right, menti.com, or you can scan the code.
Yeah.
Menti.com 77294445. That is the code.
The teacher said in Kiswahili, so I asked
Yeah, I got stressed when the Swahili poem came. Anyone?
Nisikia tu sadakta peke yake. 7729445.
Nukta.
That's mashallah.
Nukta.
Shabash.
There's no nukta here.
There's no nukta is point. There's no point.
And decimal?
7729445. www.menti.com, or you can scan the code. We are many.
Bonyeza kodi.
Tafadhali bonyeza kidude chako, simu yako ya rununu, utie nambari.
Let's stick to English.
See why he skipped the French poem. You see why he skipped the whole paragraph. This.
Je parle beaucoup de français, excusez-moi s'il vous plaît.
Merci. Coupe, kubamba. Okay. I think we can start.
Are you there? Menti.com. So please do rate the experience of the elements below. Together make the overall event. I think you'll be seeing this on your screen.
You can. Vuruta kidole kwenye kidude chako.
Event organization and hospitality. I think if you scroll through, you can, do you get the experience of how you need to do your rating? Yeah. Yes, I've seen some people are doing that. So just scroll towards, if you think it's really bad, like moderation, that is us. Please move it all the way to 0.
We won't be given food next time. Please don't move it to 0.
If you think the classroom tour added a lot of value, please move it to the right. Event presentations, Marcus did well. That one is a 10, right? Yeah. Events, entertainment, the same thing. Food and refreshments, what you had, I think, when you're coming in. Be honest. Food, they say breakfast is? Feedback.
Feedback is the breakfast for champions. Let's go to the next one.
And what's lunch?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend this event to a friend or a colleague?
Ten being very likely, just for clarity.
Just for clarity, please.
All right. We go to the third. What one thing did you like the most about today's events? So this is a free card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you like about today's event? Marcus again. Over Marcus. The entertainment, the promise, the partnerships, amazing. The entertainment, Marcus once again. The skit, Marcus. demonstration of the classroom. That was amazing. That should create inclusivity, moderation, everything, classroom tour. We have Marcus again, entertainment. It's reality virtual ground, knowing that we are changing to digital learning. Media equipments, the presentations and the presenters. I don't think that's the spelling of presenters, but we love you. Classroom demo. It can't be right.
You see why they rated us poorly? You keep calling them out. You
no, but we're in a digital learning. How can you type that as presenters? Can you see the spelling?
The birth of a vision. I'm moving on. Me, I want good grades.
The Loho app, it was well organized. That we no longer have working or learning places, but learning and working spaces. Everyone making time to be here. Class demo, the flow of the information. Blooming Flowers family, so excellent. The speeches were very spot on. Thank you for all our speakers in the room.
Yeah.
Confirmation that digital learning is now a reality. I think these things used to be dreams back in the days when you were young.
And actually the tours, going into the class and experiencing it. So it's no longer just something that people said in a Zoom meeting, but a reality that we all have to live with.
Yep.
Yes, and so as we close, thank you so much. Oh, there's one last question.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry.
What one thing about today's event would you like us to improve on? Aircon. All right.
The tent is open on many sides.
These are things the lawyers, is it called force majeure or something? Acts of God. So there's a request for air conditioning. Time management. The event was too long. Woo. All right. Thank you for the feedback. Nothing means what here? Nothing should be improved on, right?
It was good.
It was good.
To that person, it was a 10 over 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well planned. Aircon. Well done. Aircon is coming out a lot.
And a chance to share. So discussions. People wanted a panel. Okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Food service, the jokes can be improved. Oh my God. Ouch, I have a heart attack. Well done, too long. Okay, the event was good and successful. Missing in action, public, primary, school representation, Ministry of Education. Okay, that's good feedback. I think those are key stakeholders to what we are doing. Yeah. Thank you for your candid feedback. It was so candid. Oh my God. Yeah. Like super candid, right?
Very candid. But like we said, feedback is the breakfast for champions. Iman is rubbing the dry jokes on me. I apologize. And so as we close, thank you so much for keeping it here. We won't keep you any longer. It's already been long enough. And so we would like to call Sarah to take stage to give us, we will have Jacqueline Hakasa, the principal and director of Blooming Flowers Academy, do the closing remarks. And after, Sarah Baraza, a teacher, will do the closing prayers.
Let's clap for Jacqueline, please. She's our host for the day. If she didn't want us to come, we wouldn't be here.
Yes.
That you've already given feedback that it has been too long, so I'll try to be very short. But before I do that, I'll want to just acknowledge some few parents of Blooming Flowers who are here. Just lift your hands. A few of them are here. Yeah, they are blooming alongside with us, and they have walked with us this journey. We want to appreciate all of you for coming to Blooming Flowers Academy. This school is only 2 years old, and we are giving ourselves a few years to compete with the best of the best. Do you believe with us? The main drive for us to do digital learning, when I was raised in the village, and we will come to Nairobi, and the English of Kakamega and the Kiswahili and English of Nairobi, we will, Luyas love chicken. So a child is saying Ngohoyanje, and you are trying to say the chicken in Kiluya, but you don't know the name, and you are talking to the other children. So as we do education, I didn't want our children to look like the villagers from the village while we are in the city. So that's the one drive, that we want them to be global. We want them to be exposed. And so we'll challenge you to bring them along here. Before the other schools come on board, bring them to blooming. We will bloom them to go bloom the other schools. Sawa sawa. We've seen that you're planning to make the digital learning cheaper. Being the pioneers, we've carried the load. It has been costly for us, expensive. We've fought. We have scratched to make sure our learners have the tablets, our learners have the content. And it was unfortunate that we were the people the trial was being done on. So as you do the cheapness of the gadgets and the content, I hope mtarudisha mkono to Blooming Flowers Academy so that the directors can at least go to Bahamas for a holiday. Yeah, but we really, really want to appreciate you for coming and for trusting this young institution to bring this function. I want to really appreciate one lady from Safaricom who I think I almost made her like one of our staff. When I was frustrated, she will feel the frustration. When I was happy, she will feel the happiness. And I know she really worked behind the scenes, and it's Lillian. Can we clap for Lillian? She can stand and wave. She has managed me so well. The teacher, I was like the head teacher who was here, and Lillian will everything will be fine. Just relax. And she will move mountains to make sure the content is working. So Lillian, we really appreciate. We really appreciate the staff of Safaricom. I left here at 11 and I left all of them here yesterday. Can we clap for them? Let's also appreciate the law staff. I also left them here. At some point, electricity misbehaved and they were in the dark and they were still working. Can we clap for the Loho staff? I also want to appreciate our own staff. A few of them are here. We are known for excellence. So we just want to appreciate our staff, our learners who are in school, and my co-director, who also has, even at 11, I was calling him. There is no power. Yeah, so we just appreciate all your work you're doing, and we pray that the sky will be the lower limit for this institution. So thank you so much for trusting us, and mkumbuke kurudisha mkono Blooming. At least some few gadgets so that we see them, we say, oh, these ones came from sini ukweli. Si wamesikia watarudisha mkono. So God bless you so much. We love you, and come back again and again. We are willing to be the consultants for the other schools. Refer them here. We will not be selfish. We will show them the way. God bless you. I want to call Sarah to come and pray. And you can stay around. We are open till late. God bless you. Praise the Lord. Let's stand up. Let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Our Almighty Father, in the most holy name of Jesus Christ, we come before you at this evening. We give you all the glory. We give you all the honor and the praises, Jehovah God. We want to thank you for each and every person, each and everything that has happened here at Blooming Flowers Academy. Jehovah God, as we depart from this place, we want to pray that, my Lord, you will guide us safely to our destinations. We give you all the adorations, Jehovah, even for choosing this place to be the platform for transforming the lives of these learners, Jehovah. We thank you for each and every stakeholder who is present at this place today. May you be with us, may you guide us, for it is in the mighty name of Jesus Christ we pray.
All right. Thank you very much. We have come to the end of our event. We have to thank also our online viewers for keeping online the whole time. Thank you for our speakers for the day. There is one last thing just to do for our photo op. We'll do it on the podium here as we leave.
Yeah, so for our online viewers, we'd like to say thank you and do enjoy the rest of your day. We have been your hosts, Edna Njoroge and
Iman Atwa.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll do the photos over here. Hold my water. Yeah. So we can start with the leaders, the speakers of the event, the leaders from the different. Yeah. I think he's the expert here. Some can be here and then. Yeah. Oh, you all can be on the stage. Don't fall, Sela. Sorry? Tablets. Oh, the tablets. Can we get the tablets? I think. I don't know who has them. Okay, I don't think we have them around. Oh, they're here.